Hey, Robman here. Hope you're having another fine day in paradise. Today we're going to go through some gameplay updates brought about by today's launch of Warzone Season 3. We'll be talking about some new gameplay features, quality of life improvements that have been made, and a look ahead at what other improvements are coming down the pipe. As always, if you liked the video and would like to see more, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. For a new and growing channel, your support is always greatly appreciated. Getting right into the fray, Season 3 is finally upon us. They say good things come to those who wait, and with Season 3, this is 100% true. There's a new sabotage contract available for folks running around on Caldera. The contract will give a squad a target vehicle of which they need to destroy within a set time. If successful, an armored cargo truck with increased health and turret gun will be airdropped for the squad alongside additional cash. The devs have also added in 8 lootable and stackable perks into the game. These perks can be picked up in addition to loadout perks for a stacking effect. If you die, the perks are lost, however, do not drop for others to pick up. For these 2 items, I just wanted to quickly touch on the new contract and lootable perks briefly as I just released a video this morning outlining these. Please, click on the link in the video or down in the description to check out that video for more information. Players dropping into Season 3 Caldera will now find dollar signs located throughout the TAC map to identify high-value loot zones. These zones are complemented by Rebirth supply boxes that provide recurring loot similar to what's found over on Rebirth Island. I think these are a good idea to make it more clear to the player base as to the risk-reward factor when dropping. Regular players always tend to know where the hot drop locations are, think Superstore back in Verdansk, where newer players may not always be in the know. For that reason, I'm personally a big fan of this change. I must say, a good number of significant quality of life changes has finally been implemented as part of the launching of Season 3. You may want to sit down for this one, but gas mask animations will no longer interrupt the deployment of parachutes when falling. Let me repeat. Gas mask animations will no longer interrupt the deployment of parachutes when falling. This is a huge change and frankly long overdue. Every single player who's been on Warzone has at least died multiple times because the gas mask animation interrupted the pulling of their chute. Raven, this is better late than never, so a big thumbs up on this one. The animation will also now not trigger while a player is ADS and hit with Nebula 5 rounds. Personally, this really hasn't happened to me, but I can certainly understand the frustration with this and throwing off aim while in a gunfight. Most wanted contracts were also tweaked, largely in ways that I think are positive for gameplay. While marked most wanted, eliminating players will now reduce the timer by 20 seconds. Opening supply boxes will reduce the timer by 5 seconds. Most wanted targets can no longer be directly pinged on the TAC map, and the refresh rate of the most wanted target on the TAC map is now increased to counterbalance the removal of the ping function. I think these changes to most wanted contracts will reduce the amount of folks going through the contract from simply camping or barricading themselves for 3 minutes. There are now tangible benefits to looting or even going on the offensive if the situation calls for it during a most wanted. I also think removing the ping function is an important change that makes the contract holder feel a little bit less hopeless than before. Another key quality of life change that I personally hated was the redeploy mechanic after winning Gulag. Oftentimes, it would spawn you way across the map from your squad, and in the worst cases, your loadout. I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but it's certainly frustrating to have to navigate the entire map because of a broken spawn mechanic. So again, thumbs up to Raven for addressing this. Another small change that I think will have a big effect is a change made to the buy station's user interface. Players will no longer require a second confirmation when making purchases, something I know that'll take my muscle memory a while to relearn. We've all been there in those tight spots seeking to buy back a squad mate, but not being able to get the buy off because we were taken out before we were able to confirm the purchase. This is now thankfully a thing of the past, and only a single click will be needed to purchase items from the station. I guess now it's only a matter of time before we start buying things accidentally, but hey, you can't have it both ways, I guess. Closing out on the quality of life changes for Season 3 are minor changes to the bounty contract that increase the refresh rate of the target on the TAC map, similar to what I described earlier for the Most Wanted contract. And when players ping a deployable buy station, there is now a dedicated audio narration attached with it. So what do you think of the Season 3 gameplay changes? Do you think they'll improve the Warzone gameplay experience, or are there other areas you wish they spent more time on? Please, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As far as the items the devs have confirmed will be addressed later this season, footstep audio and camera improvements are on the way. In particular, additional audio improvements to footsteps was called a priority in the notes and will be addressed by mid-season. The devs also appear to have a fix in store for a glitch where the camera is locked while sliding down a vertical descent. Naturally, a locked camera does not bode well within a gunfight, and the devs describe this fix as coming soon. I personally haven't experienced this issue, but I have played with a few buddies who got it, and suffice it to say, they were not impressed. Now, moving over to Raven's Trello board, fighter and bomber planes have been disabled while an issue is being investigated. The post was made on March 4th and explains why we haven't seen Vanguard-era aircraft for some time now. For my part, I honestly haven't missed them, and I'm not particularly looking forward to their return either. Well, that's about it for this video, as I wanted to quickly touch base on some of the full gameplay changes in Warzone for Season 3. There are other changes as well, including some significant weapon rebalancing and map changes that I will certainly be covering in the next little while, so please stay tuned. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button for more content. As always, please feel free to post a comment. I'd love to hear from you. With that, Robman out. Cheers.